Then I hear some sirens coming. I'm like, oh shit! Like the cops,
They coming.
the cops are coming. Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what saved my
I
life.
said, yes, finally, the cops are coming. So I'm pinned, right?
Right.
And I turn my head and I look to where cars would be coming from, right?
Yeah.
And I can see the blue light coming in the distance.
Welcome to another episode of the Break You Podcast. We got our Florida boy, Ethan Bayer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coming
Yes,
through
sir.
the cut. My God, man. What's it like to have it all, brother?
Man, it's not that nice.
It's not that nice.
It comes with a lot of problems and responsibility, you know, brother.
Amen.
I know, brother.
Amen.
Can I get $100?
No.
Look, how about
Shit
you?
like that,
How about you front me 100, and I'm gonna pay it back to you in a couple days. And if I don't get back to you, I just won't pay you at all.
That's crazy. I'll front you the 100 and 100% interest. You know,
100%
next day policy though.
100%, yeah.
I think he's down. He's down for what we got going on.
Yes, sir, brother.
But so what brought you to North Carolina, brother?
Man.
Run it back, man.
Okay, man. So I'm born in Florida. Lived there for about 22 years, right?
Right.
Went to high school. I was a normal kid in high school. As I grew a little bit older, started to mature. I was pretty lost in life,
Right.
Kinda
As
went-
we all are.
Yeah, kind of went down the wrong path. Ain't like where I was headed. Wasn't proud of the man I was becoming.
Okay.
So I decided to come out here, change my life. Take a full 180.
Respect.
Yes, sir.
That is respect. What really kind of like, what were you getting involved in while you were down there?
So yeah, man. When I turned 18, I dropped out of high school because I had a little job at the time at a smoke shop.
No graduation?
No graduation. I dropped out my senior year, brother.
That's crazy.
I was so close to greatness.
I got a
brother.
homie who did that too.
Yeah. I was so close, but yeah.
Speaking on that, I don't want to cut you off.
You
But
good.
the last person that he was upset about, he was like, Skern graduated? There's no way Skern graduated.
Man, I was watching the pod,
upset.
man. I see Skern graduated damn near early. I'm like, no way. I ain't even graduated.
Stern, you have to add E to your hater list.
Yeah, man.
Nah, Skern. Me and Skern hit big yesterday, man. That's my
Had a little
dog.
dice session?
Yes,
My
sir.
God.
Yes, sir.
So,
But yeah.
dropped out of school.
Senior year, I was getting some money at the smoke shop, and I never been good in school. I knew it really wasn't for me. I wasn't planning on going to college, nothing like that. So me having that job was just an excuse to drop out, pretty much.
Okay.
And then once I dropped out, all I'm doing is working and I ain't gonna lie, just sitting on my ass, like hanging out with the homies, smoking, shit like that. And I started trapping, picked up a little bit, And then after a couple months, I was pretty much like my whole life.
Right.
I went pretty much all into it with it. And
Was you still at the smoke shop or you stopped that?
I was working at the smoke shop for the first like 6 months probably.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where that took over, you know what I mean? So there was
I'm making enough with this. I'm cool.
Yeah, more than enough. So there was no point in wasting time at the smoke shop from that point. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I was just selling things you shouldn't be selling, always living on edge, stuff like that. And I did that for a couple years.
How big did your pharmaceutical business get?
It was pretty big, brother. It was pretty big, enough to support the lifestyle that I had. It was a pretty extravagant lifestyle,
Elaborate on your lifestyle for us.
Okay, yeah.
Since
so
it was so extravagant.
it's nothing crazy, but for an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid, it was pretty good.
I mean,
You went around?
19
19-year-old
in
kid.
Florida, and
Yeah.
you say you had a extravagant lifestyle in Florida? Where at in Florida?
So I'm from like the Tampa area,
Okay.
Gulf Coast. Gulf
So-
side's the best side, baby.
Shut up, Big Marlo.
Yeah.
So extravagant.
But yeah. So right when I started getting into that business, I moved out of my mom's crib because out of respect for her, I didn't want her to have that stress or even know about it per se.
So she never found out.
No, I kept it from her the whole time.
She still don't know?
Yeah, honestly, I never had that conversation with her. I feel like towards the end, she kind of picked up.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
it gets kind of obvious and hard
It gets to
hide.
that point to where you can't hide it.
For sure. But yeah, I made it a point to, right when I picked up my first onion, I moved out the crib, immediately. Just because I knew, this is what I was going to be doing for a while just because it was working so good for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So me and the homie, we lived in a little mobile home at one time. We called that the OG trap.
Yeah.
OG.
Had,
man.
had no AC, no water, had fleas everywhere. We were living in it at that time.
Trap life.
Yeah,
Trap life.
full time. Just that was for like the first month of me going down that journey.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I could just plot our next moves per se. You know what I mean?
Right.
And figure out where I wanted to go from there. Everything's going smooth. So then a couple months later, we got our own apartment. You know, that was like our first official spot together. And yeah, once we got that apartment, I never looked back, brother.
Yeah.
I never looked back. And then yeah, from there on, after a couple years of doing that consistently, got my own apartment, gated community, got a car, got a motorcycle. So I wouldn't say extravagant, but you know,
It was much better than coming from a mobile home with fleas and no AC.
What were you paying a month on the apartment?
I was paying up almost $2,000 a month for it.
So that's on your own.
Yeah,
so
yeah, for
with
sure.
a car and a motorcycle, I mean that's
buying
some bills,
jewelry,
man.
you know,
Yeah.
shit like that, man. I was having fun with it, you know.
Right.
I wasn't the smartest with that journey because, like I said, I was still 18, 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? Getting money, living on my terms. You know, that was
right.
the thing.
You had the freedom.
Exactly.
The freedom everybody everybody asks for when they're young.
Yes, sir, brother. That was the main enjoyment behind it. Was I was on my time, not anybody else's. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I understand.
But yeah, looking back, I would have did things a whole lot different for sure.
Right.
For sure. Would have. Nowadays, I tend to step back and make a calculated move on the future before I act upon it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus back then, I would say I was more living in that moment and just taking it day for day rather than always focusing on the bigger picture.
It was all a learning process.
100%. Everything is, brother.
And you don't regret any of it at the end of the day.
Absolutely not, brother. If I didn't go through those trials and tribulations, I wouldn't be half the man that I am today.
Amen.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
Man.
That is the truth, brother.
100%, brother.
So you got caught up in the lifestyle, you lived it. So there's a point in this story where you kind of like, what happened, man?
Yeah, nah. So when I was in that apartment, paying damn near $2,000 a month, all my neighbors hated me because they didn't know, but I wasn't normal to them. You know, like we're in a gated luxury apartment community. Like everybody's, what's it called? I was the black sheep in the community, I guess you could say. You know,
yeah, the younger guy.
Yeah, for sure. And man, it just came to a point, man, where I started to. I don't know what led me down this path, led me down this journey, but I was just looking in the mirror one day, and I just wasn't proud of who I was becoming. And I remember I was calling my dad. Shout out to my dad, man. He's always been like #1 supporter.
Shout out
That's
to
awesome.
Pops.
Yeah, shout out
sure.
to Pops, man.
Through it all, like he'll be disappointed, but still understand my perspective and hear me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So shout out to him. But I remember calling him and like I asked him, I was like, Dad, are you proud of me? He's like, son, I'm proud of you about certain things. You know, you're a young man. You handle shit on your own. You don't ask for help. You always figure it out.
Yes, sir.
But I want better for you. And I was thinking about it myself. Like, if I had a son and he was like me, would I be happy with the way I raised him?
Mm.
And the answer always came to no. The answer was always no. I'm not
Right.
proud.
So no matter what way you looked at it.
Yeah. No matter what angle I looked at it, I was never proud of who I was and who I was becoming. Like, and then eventually, yeah, I just I came to the realization that if I stay in Florida, stay around all these same people, granted, I got good people back home at Florida.
Right.
But I'm what you call a product of his environment. You know what I'm saying?
And that's real because you notice that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't notice that or don't come to acceptance of that.
100%. And so yeah, I was just reflecting, and I came to the conclusion that if I stay in Florida around this lifestyle where I'm so comfortable, because that's the main thing, I was so comfortable that I'll do this forever. I'm gonna fall into that never-ending loop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I called my dad, and I had told him, I was like, because I know I was more than welcome to come out here anytime.
Right.
And I had told him, I asked him, I was like, hey man, like, what would you think about me coming out here?
Right.
And just like restarting. You know what I'm saying? And he was all for it. Like I said, always supportive. It was the hardest decision I ever made, brother.
And did he know what you were getting yourself involved with?
Yeah. So
that's great, man.
The thing about my pops, since I was like 4 years old, I've always been able to tell him anything, tell him my feelings, what's going on.
Right. And sometimes that's the realest thing you can have in your life is somebody to just listen.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
accept you, right? Not judge you, not misplace you for who you've become or who you are.
100%. So, yeah, I had that conversation with him, saying like, hey man, I'm thinking about moving out here. I want to change my life. I'm not not the happiest with who I am, who I'm becoming, what father's gonna say no to that? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What good father is gonna say no to
Yeah.
me wanting to do better? You understand?
Yeah.
And I told him, I said it's not gonna be easy, but I'm here for it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I made that move, came out here.
What was that transition like at the beginning?
Yeah,
When you
because
first moved
you got to
down
think
here?
That's a
Brunswick
great
County.
question, brother.
'Cause
Brunswick
this is-
County
this
is
This is
Yeah.
not Florida.
Yeah.
This is nothing like
Yeah.
Florida. It might have a couple little like. No,
I mean,
No.
this entire
Not
county
at
is
all.
practically a nursing home.
yeah.
Brother, that's a great question, brother. Like, when I first came out here, man, it was some of the darkest points in my life of
Yeah.
all time, you know. Just for one, switching out my whole environment and lifestyle from going from getting the most money I've ever got, being around the most
Wow.
females,
Yeah.
homies, all that
Yeah.
ever, to absolutely nothing. Like knowing nobody, not having no source of income. And when I moved out here, a couple other things happened. Like, you know, some family members died that was close to me about a month later.
Back
So,
home.
My aunt that helped raise me, she had died up in Ohio. They had moved out there. So when I came out here, I went up there and visited for like a month just to be with the family and all that. So and then I came back home, had like an emotional crash damn near, because it was just back to reality, back to being all alone.
Right.
And then on top of that, I got all those thoughts going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So the first couple months were real hard on me, just because I was a lost puppy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And once again, I just looked in the mirror and I started reflecting. I'm like, man, I got all this time in the world. Let me start going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Let me just try to be productive.
Let me focus my energy on something else.
Something, man, because I'm just sitting moping trying to play video games. It's not helping at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, at first I started like training MMA just to like damn near let out the anger. You
And
know
that
what I mean?
that depression, I don't hate to cut you off, but that depression, or that phase
Mhm.
of darkness through your time, how long do you think that lasts?
It went on while I was still, when I started going to the gym. It, like, if I could tell the people one thing, is that shit don't happen overnight.
No.
You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah,
At all.
I understand.
At all. So I don't know, brother, because like I say, I came home, I started taking the steps that I knew would elevate my mind
Right.
and me physically. But I was still in that same mindset of like, damn, I don't got nothing going on. I don't got nobody. Granted, I got Pops, but Pops ain't the homie. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
Pops
yeah.
is Pops.
It's a different relationship. It's not the
different.
same thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a couple months, man. But the gym,
You said MMA.
yeah. I was training MMA at first, just Ubering. So I was getting no money, bro. Like I'm just making enough money.
Minimum.
And Uber in this county is hard.
It's
Yeah.
bad, brother.
You
Where were
probably
you?
have to go
Where
to
were you
Wilmington.
Ubering at?
I would either be over here or in Wilmington. 'Cause, you know,
Okay.
I'm not too far from there.
Right.
But yeah, brother. I'm Ubering, making bare minimum, just enough to pay my gym fees and get enough money to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm paying my dad a couple $100s for rent, just like to keep me responsible. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Respect.
And it was just frustrating, man, because like I said, I went from the peak of my life, which at the time it was the peak of my
Right.
life. You know what I'm saying?
If that's all you know, and you were doing well for yourself, that is the
Exactly.
peak of
Yeah.
your life. Right.
You don't know any better.
Yeah.
It's it's like before we really like opened up. We just did what we knew.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
William knew landscaping.
Yep.
I knew a type of landscaping.
It
Yeah.
circles back to what I was saying earlier. It's that comfort. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
it's so easy to be comfortable.
And that's the biggest trap, you know,
Mhm.
because if you can't find a way out of that circle, you're just gonna be spinning in it.
Yes,
You
sir.
know,
Yes,
just
sir.
it's a continued cycle of day and night, day and night.
And one of the main lessons that like going to the gym and getting beat up and sparring taught me is to learn how to thrive in that uncomfortability.
Yeah,
Like,
I was just about to mention that.
Yeah.
I bet you that was probably the best moments of your life.
yeah, no, for sure. Like I remember the first time I manned up and put on the gloves to go spar,
Right.
and man, I knew nothing really. I've been athletic my whole life, but as far as like fighting, I'm far from a
It's a
fighter.
whole different ballgame.
Real.
I'm
Yeah.
far from a fighter, brother. And it's just humbling, you know, and like the brotherhood, that was my first taste of brotherhood out here. Because after you
Okay.
get done trying to kill your sparring partner, it's all love. You guys go get tacos or something after.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And just that first sense of companionship out here, it felt genuine, man, because back home, everything, how do I say this? like you say all the time, everybody has an angle. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Mhm.
when you're that guy back home in Florida, it's hard to take people for what it is. You always think like, man, what are you trying to get?
Right, right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, because and it's real, man. Like everybody's playing at something. As like we could all be brothers, but at the end of the day, everybody's got to look
Yeah.
out for themselves.
100%.
And it's all love. You're never gonna do anybody dirty, but it is the truth, man.
100%.
Everybody ain't your friend.
Definitely not, brother.
Mm.
And so yeah, where was I? Yeah, just training MMA. I did that for a while, and then I got tired of being broke. I'm just be honest. I got tired of being broke.
Yeah.
Cause that lifestyle, it's cool, man. Like I love going on runs, love going to fight,
Yeah.
but it's your whole life. You gotta plan your whole day,
Yeah.
your whole week around that.
And you knew, you were like, I can't, this is not what I was meant for,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming when you do focus on stuff like that,
Mhm.
it either becomes your life or it just becomes a hobby.
Exactly,
You know?
100%.
And coming in a situation where you move to an environment and you don't have the money to sustain this lifestyle
Mhm.
or to really, go fully after this,
Yeah,
I guess that's what kind of really like, okay.
100%.
Somebody tighten down.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Technical difficulties, fellas. But
Alright,
we're
so
all good.
We good?
Yeah, we're good, brother.
So yeah, man. Back where I was at, I was just tired of being broke. You know what I'm saying? And like you were saying with that lifestyle, it's kind of like all or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it might not be the most healthy. I might not have the most healthy relationship when it comes to money and shit like that. But I love money. You understand?
Yeah.
Amen.
I think everybody does,
Yeah,
man.
when they say money can't buy you happiness, like to me that's bullshit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, it can buy you.
To me, it is too.
Yeah.
It can buy you things to lead you to happiness.
Mhm.
And every time I'm broke, I know I'm sad.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I'm sad.
It hurts.
Yeah, I'm
It
sad
hurts.
and angry at the world.
Yeah.
You understand? So,
Look, I think that was just a laugh. Okay. Just
No.
making sure.
so yeah, man. I was still lost though at that point. I just knew I gotta do I'm not gonna dedicate my life to this MMA shit. It's healthy. It helped for me at the time I needed it too. 100%. Like this is probably one of the best things that happened to me.
That's probably one of the best things he could have done,
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
Just that's another trial in itself. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
having to get up and commit to that during some dark times. You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying? But yeah, I still ain't have like a plan per se. I'm still learning about myself and how the world works. Cause this whole time I'm just isolated. I'm not going out. I'm not getting fried with the homies no more. Like I'm just in my room thinking. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
It's the point in your life where it's you against you, right? You wake up
Right.
every day, you go to sleep with your thoughts. You're just
Yes,
sitting
brother.
there. Yeah.
yes, brother. It was definitely me versus me, man. And so yeah, I was just taking that time, trying to figure out what I really want, how I want to do it, learn about the world, learn about how other people think,
Okay.
because we're all very similar in how our brain works and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and we all. A lot of us want the same things. It's just about the path and the journey to get there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But so yeah, man, I stopped committing so much time to the MMA stuff and just started like going to the gym, weight room, just so this way I could still feel good about myself, still get that dopamine, still be healthy. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I still ain't have like a plan for a job, so I was just Ubering, but just doing it more.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
that time, still broke, like
Yeah.
still broke.
Did you do like multi-app? I heard you could do that.
Nah, I would just fully commit to the Uber, just because
Okay.
if you spend more time on it, you can like get little better rides and stuff like that.
Okay,
But,
okay.
yeah, still broke, brother. Still. And then yeah, I ended up just getting this little security job, working, not making no money really, but
Yeah.
at least it was a little bit more. I'm not putting so much wear and tear on my car,
Yeah.
and it was just more stable. You know, I could like kind of plan stuff out. I know exactly what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
More of a
was your,
schedule.
where was your security job at?
It was at St. James.
Oh, word?
Yeah, like
Were you at the gate right there? Or were
Nah,
you
they
at
had me
the,
driving around, man. They
Oh,
had me-
word.
Yeah,
Hey, they had it too sweet, man.
Yeah.
It's the older people that are in there.
yes, brother. It was an easy job, but you know,
How long did you do that?
and how long did I do that? Probably only like 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months.
But man, I would bump heads with the supervisor real bad.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I like about our job. Everybody's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For the most part. but yeah, I would bump heads with one of my supervisors a lot. And one night after work, I went to the gym, and shout out to John. Shout out to John. I know
Shout
you're
out to
watching.
2J.
I know
2J.
you're watching.
2J
2J John.
man.
2J John. Shout out to you.
Yep, yep. We were talking, just talking about life, stuff like that, and
Right.
he had just got that job, over there on the island.
Okay.
And he was like, man, like, you should come on over here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get some more money, get a little plan going, blase. So yeah, I ended up, leaving that little security gig.
Right.
Made my way to the island.
Yeah. How'd that go for? How's the island going? You regret it?
I love it on the island. I love it on the
It's
island.
awesome, man.
Shout out to Ballhead.
Yes, sir. I work with people that are genuine, you know. So,
Yeah.
So that's cool. It's cool to have another sense of brotherhood because
Oh,
at
yeah,
the end of the day, as a man, being alone and having no one there for you is probably the worst thing that can happen to you. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
That's real.
Brotherhood is important, and I don't have any blood brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Only child?
I'm not the only child. I got 2 older sisters.
But just no boys.
No.
How old are your sisters?
They're like 10 and 12 years older than me. So I was basically
Oh.
damn near the only child.
Yeah.
You
He
know
was
what
the
I'm saying?
baby.
The baby boy, you know.
The baby boy.
Baby boy.
I'm the youngest out of my family.
Yeah.
Me and I got 2 brothers, but
Yeah.
we're all each 2 years apart. So
I'm
we're
an
pretty
only
close
child.
together.
An only child.
Yeah.
Don't let him lie to you,
He's got a
man. He got
So
a sister.
he said that with a straight face.
I know,
too.
man.
It's
He got
hard.
he got a sister, he got a mom, he got a dad. He good, bro. Snap.
But yeah, what I was saying is, as a man, especially when you're alone, good friends and good peers are those brothers that you seek, and like someone that can hold me accountable, and I hold them accountable. Someone that can, yeah, bro. Because I was gonna say motivated, but I don't really believe in motivation per se.
Okay.
Because there's days. Listen, if you really want something and you know what it takes to get there, there's gonna be days you wake up ready to go. So then
That's right.
we all gonna have bad days where I don't feel like doing shit.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be motivated.
Mm-hmm.
The real question is, are you disciplined enough to do it on those bad days?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like to use the word motivation. Like, it's all about being disciplined. And,
All about perspective.
and having someone that could hold me accountable and say, bro, come on, let's get it. This is what you want, right? Go do it.
Mhm.
Like, that's the shit that you need as a man.
That's the realest thing,
Yeah,
man.
for
Discipline goes a lot further than motivation, right? That dopamine, it's the discipline. It's putting in that work and knowing that even on a rainy day, you still got to get up and go run. You know, even on the days where the sun ain't shining, you still got to get up and you got to do it. You know,
Yes, sir.
that's real. That is so real.
Yeah, I know I'm all over the place, man. I'm yapping.
Nah, you're not, man. You're actually doing really good. Like that's
Appreciate it.
honestly, bro. Like that right there takes a lot for people to like. You came to the realization with yourself that I'm worth more. You know, I'm worth more than what I was thrown.
Yeah.
You know, and you took it upon yourself. And it wasn't easy. I'm assuming it wasn't easy. I'm assuming before you even came down here, you probably took time to think about, like, it probably took months or maybe weeks where you were like, you've been thinking about it. You're like, should I move down here? Should I move down here? And one day, you know, you finally pulled the trigger.
And it was probably even days where you were like, maybe I might just stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I might just stay here and just.
It damn sure was.
And even when you got here, I'm assuming you were probably like, I'm gonna go back, bro. Like, I can't.
Brother, that's probably, yeah, that's funny you say that, man, because for the first, 5-6 months, that first half a year,
Yeah.
I was just telling myself, yeah, I'm going to just stack some bread and I'm going to go right back. That was my whole plan, was I'm going to go right back.
How'd that go?
Brother, I'm here, brother. 2 years later, I'm here, brother. And guess what? I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
It's home now, man.
Yeah, man. I remember the first night. It sounds corny, brother, but the first night I came out here and laid in my bed, brother, that was the best night of sleep I got in the past 5 years. Just because I could relax, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Not
you
living
gotta
on
worry about
edge.
nothing.
Nobody
You
doing
just-
you dirty.
Yes,
Nobody
brother.
knocking at the door. You
Yes,
just-
brother. Cause one thing about it, back home in Florida, I did a lot of things, but my hands are clean, brother. You know why? That's because I was always on edge, always trying to. Will says this. I was playing chess with life, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
thinking
absolutely.
2-3 steps ahead.
Right.
And man, that shit takes a toll on you, man. It damn sure
Oh, yeah.
does. I couldn't sit on my couch and be relaxed, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
There's people that can, and those type of people, to me, they just don't care enough because
Right.
I care about my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
And I'll be
Absolutely.
damned if I throw it away. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, when I first came out here, I got that first breath of fresh air, and yeah, you know, of course, you want to revert back to what's comfortable and go home, but deep down, I knew I'm better off here. You
It's
know?
the reason I came here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
It's the reason I got away.
100%.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
And now, what's the game plan now, E? What you got
Man.
planned out?
We got a lot planned, man. Right now, it's just keep stacking up bread. I'm planning on getting into some real estate later in this year, maybe earlier next year.
Fire.
You know, we've been talking about some business endeavors together.
Hopefully more to come soon. You know,
Hopefully we can make those happen.
plans.
You know what I'm saying? If it's meant to be, then it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I don't believe in coincidence. I feel like everything happens for a reason.
That's right.
I'm here for a reason. I met y'all for a reason.
Amen.
All that, man.
Shout out to God.
Yeah, shout out to God.
Shout
God, big homie.
God is always
Put us in
God,
this position.
God is always good
God
all the
always
time.
make sure you meet the right people.
even
Yeah.
on the worst of days. God is good.
Always
man.
good, yeah.
God is good.
That is, it's all about perspective, brother.
Yeah.
So, in between this story, man, whenever you were Ubering, anything crazy happened to you?
Man, a couple things happened to me, man. I don't know where I want to take this one, brother. I remember one time I'm Ubering downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about this one. I remember one time I'm Ubering downtown, right? And I'm Ubering like maybe like an 18-year-old girl.
Okay.
Some in the back seat, and I'm driving down Market Street, man. Shout out to Market Street. But it's about like 5-6 p.m.
Okay.
Late afternoon, early evening, and I see like a Jeep Cherokee, like all black Jeep Cherokee, and an all black Nissan Rogue.
Right.
No tinted windows, but like those are pretty basic, like SUVs. You just see them on the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what's that little thing in the windshield where it's like is that a visor?
Yes,
The little,
yes.
yeah,
The visor.
Yes, brother. So I look in my rearview mirror and I see the Nissan Rogue with the visor down, and there's one little blue light on the visor. Just one little blue light, like going on and off. And the high beams were just flashing, both at the same time. And I looked back in my mirror and I saw the girl, and I told her, I won't say her name, but I said, I think we're getting pulled over by like people impersonating the police right now. And she started to freak out. You know, she's like, oh my gosh, blah blah blah. And she was like, can you call 911? I'm like, yeah, I'll call 911. Like,
Right.
Cause I don't feel like stopping to these boys.
So, to you, it didn't even look like a cop.
Brother, I thought it was people impersonating the police.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I call 911. I'm still going. I'm just going to speed limit. I'm not speeding. I'm not fleeing or eluding. And call 911. I say, hey, 911, blah blah blah. I think I'm getting pulled over by two people impersonating police officers. And they're like, oh my god, bro. Nah, they ain't say that, but they're like, where are you? And I say, I'm on Market Street. I'm heading downtown. They're like, oh, what light are you at? Boom. Right when they said, what light are you at? Next thing I know is I got that Nissan Rogue, mind you, with a wedding dress in the back window. Like, there's a fucking wedding dress in the back window. Right?
So you already thinking this is not right.
Yes, brother.
Right.
I see a Nissan Rogue with a wedding dress, and then a Jeep Cherokee. I'm driving down Market Street. They come. The Nissan comes in the opposite lane of traffic, like that the median.
We'll try to cut you off.
Brother, and the Jeep Cherokee comes on the right lane and just pins me, like cut me off as I'm going probably like 30 miles an hour. So I had to slam on the brakes, or else we would have crashed, right? And that's going on. They pin me, and next thing I know is I see this biker looking dude. He's like some white dude. He's got a bunch of tattoos. He's got like this long beard, right? He jumps out, normal clothes. He's got like a cut off tee. Jumps out. He's got a tan pistol. With like, I swear he had like an extended magazine, right? Get out of the car, blah, 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 blah. You make another move, you're dead. I'm like, damn. My life flashed before my eyes. It's happened before, but it happened in this moment, right? And it was probably like the slowest 3 seconds of my life. I was like, when all that's going on, I had like the split instinct of like, damn, how can I get out of this? Is there any way, is there any route to victory? Because I learned that from fighting. There's always a path to victory. You just gotta find it, right?
Yeah.
In that moment, there was no fucking path to victory. There was no path to victory. So yeah. So he's like, get out of the car, blah blah blah. I'm like, man, my car's pinned. I can't. Like, get your ass on this side. So I hop over my center console. I get out, and we're kind of like going back and forth, like wrestling a little bit. And I'm still on the phone with 911, mind you. But there's just so much going on. I'm not even hearing what they're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Bless you, brother.
Thank you.
I see a pistol in my head. Like, I'm not worried about my phone.
Yeah.
I'm worried about my life.
Yeah.
What about the girl in the back?
Yeah. So right when I get out of the car, brother, I look. The girl is already on the sidewalk, like sitting down, getting roughed up by some like 6'3" black dudes.
So they were
right?
pressing her too.
Yes, brother. Yes, they were roughing her up, and I see that. I'm like, hey, leave the girl alone. Me trying to be the hero. I don't know what I was doing. But, like, leave the girl alone. I'm just an Uber driver. Blah blah blah. And then the guy on me, he's like, man, shut the hell up. Blah blah blah. And he whips out these metallic red handcuffs, shiny red handcuffs. I'll never forget them.
Did you talk shit back to him?
Yes, brother.
Okay, good.
I mean, when you fear for your
do
life.
that. always talk back to the cops.
Yes, brother. Mind you, I don't know that they're cops at this
I
time.
can teach you a lesson about that.
I'll be willing to learn for next time. But
On that note, I hate to tell you guys, this is a good story, but unfortunately, my job requires me to go to class.
oh my God,
God.
So
it's getting good, brother. It's getting good.
I have to leave right here at the climax. I'm sorry to let you guys.
I'll tell you next time, brother.
Yeah,
Or
you can just listen to it when it drops
You
on
can-
Friday
Alright.
at 6 p.m.
Bet.
Yeah.
Friday,
Break
6
You
p.m. Break You Podcast.
Break your podcast, man.
Just in case you weren't informed, it's on there. We're gonna take a little break ski right here.
We rolling?
Yeah.
So yeah, back to where I was. He's got me like kind of pinned up on my car,
Right.
trying to be Superman. I'm
Trying to
yelling,
be the big man.
I'm saying, leave the girl alone. I'm just an Uber driver. He's like, shut up. Whips out these metallic red shiny handcuffs.
Mm.
I'm like, hell nah. Like, I got a tan pistol with an extended clip to my head and some shiny red handcuffs.
Yeah. Like you're like, this ain't the cops.
I'm like, man, who the hell did I do dirty in my past life? Like what could have gotten me here? I'm
Who
thinking,
sent these people down from Florida, bro?
brother, yes, brother, I'm thinking I'm like getting kidnapped and
Right,
something.
right.
Oh God. So I see some metallic red handcuffs. I'm like, man, get the hell off me. So I shake them off me, and I start like, I didn't get to run. I was in my chanclas and stuff like that, but I took like 2-3 big steps, right? Then I heard, you make another move, you're dead. Like he clearly said that. Yeah, just like that.
Just like that. Boom.
Pointing at my back too,
Yeah.
cause I'm getting ready to leave.
Right.
It's very educated to grab keys for you.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Don't forget the keys.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
yeah, he's like, make another move, you're dead. And boom, that was the second time in about 10 minutes that my life flashed.
Before my eyes.
And I stood there for a second. Is there any path to victory? No,
No.
brother.
No,
There's
brother.
not another path.
I'm
Tan
faster
pistol,
than a bullet.
red handcuffs. It's over for right now.
Damn right. You cannot outrun a bullet, brother.
No,
I
you
forget how
can't.
that one song goes,
You
but
can't.
you
You try to juke it, it'll hit you in a different spot.
I ain't want to find out. I ain't want to try.
No, sir. No, sir.
So yeah, I said, all right, you got it, man. You got it. And I just put my hands up. Boom. I still had my phone in my hand.
Mm.
It was like up here. He's like, stop reaching. Like, man, I ain't reaching. I'm on the phone with 911. He says, I don't give a fuck who you're on the phone with. He
Dang.
smacked my phone out of my hand, right? Shattered it on the ground.
Oof.
Roughed me up, threw me to the ground. Starts kind of like, he was doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Way too
yeah.
much. I had scratches, all that shit, but whatever. And yeah, he get me in handcuffs in the middle of traffic.
So it was busy at this time.
Yeah, it was
Like,
rush
it-
hour.
yeah,
It was rush
yeah.
hour for sure. And I'm laying sideways, right? But my head, he's like pinning my head to where I'm looking at the flow of traffic. So I'm
Yeah.
looking at the direction cars should be going. But since
Yeah.
we're blocking the highway, there's no cars. So it's just like an empty highway. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this is going on for probably like 30 seconds. He's just like overdoing it. And then I hear some sirens coming. Like, oh shit. Like the cops.
Finally, they coming.
The
They
cops are coming. Yes, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna save my
I
life.
said, yes, finally, the cops are coming. So I'm pinned, right?
Right.
And I turn my head and I look like to where cars would be coming from, right?
Yeah.
And I can see the blue light coming in the distance. But obviously there's cars and shit there, so he
Yeah.
can't really get to me. But
Yeah.
I see the blue light. Like, thank you, God. Like, I'm being saved, right? And I see this guy in uniform running. Like, thank you. Like I'm straight now. I ain't
Yeah.
getting kidnapped. I ain't getting
Yeah.
sent to fucking
Who
I don't know
knows?
where. This guy in uniform comes running up. He says, I'll take it from here, partner. I'm like, no way. It was the cop the whole time. I'll take it from here, partner. And then, boom, he jumps on me. Damn, it roughs me up even more. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell's going on here, man?
Right.
Shit, I was doing everything right, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You getting assaulted and everything.
Yes, man. So he lifts me up. I start, like, pleading my case. Like, man, I'm just an Uber driver. Blase, blase. Like, whoever y'all think I am, you got the wrong one. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking in my head, if only you knew. Like, if you should have caught me a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a changed man.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah. Then they just started searching my car. Like, they was tearing my shit up, all through the center console, through the trunk, throwing shit everywhere. Like, damn. Like, what are y'all searching my car for? Like,
Right. They didn't ask you nothing. They just started
They
doing
just
it.
went straight to it.
Dogs and everything, or what?
They ain't even need dogs because they just tore it up like that.
Dang.
Like them boys just went in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All through even the sunglasses thing. I remember that. I'm like, bro, you checking my sunglass holder? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this the same car you still have?
Yeah.
It was that okay.
Mm.
And I'm like, damn. And then they hopped in my car and they drove it to the little side road right there.
Yeah.
And so this way traffic could clear. And then out of nowhere, they were like, all right, man, get out of here. Like, get out of here. Like, I ain't even getting a ticket. Like, what was all this about?
Yeah.
Like, I just got beat the fuck up, cut off in the middle of traffic.
Gun pointed at my back.
Yeah. And you telling me to get out of here? Like,
And you illegally searched my car?
yeah.
Yeah.
And you telling me to get out of here? Like, no, brother. Something's not right here.
Yeah.
Like, and I just knew I'm not gonna leave right now. I still wasn't composed in that moment, but I said, man, I'm not leaving. And so I told the cops, I was like, I'm gonna wait for this girl to get picked up by her parents. Like, I'm gonna wait until she gets picked up because I don't fucking trust y'all. Y'all just beat me up. We're throwing her around. I'm gonna wait till she gets
Make
picked
sure
up.
she good.
You know, being the hero that I am. You know.
Right, right.
Type shit.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Shout out to Superman.
What color was your cape?
Hey, oh God, oh God, oh God.
But yeah, so I'm sitting on my trunk, right? And like, man, this ain't right. So I call my dad. Shout out to Pops again.
Shout out,
I
Pops.
call my dad. I'm like, Dad, man, you don't believe what happened. He's like, what happened, son? Tell him the story, blah, blah, blah. He's like, man, what the hell you doing, son? He said, get their badge numbers. Like, they fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm flagging. So boom. I can't find the two guys that like just abused me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I talked to the guys in uniform. I'm like, where'd they go? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I want some information. I'm locked in now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm on timing. And,
You mad now?
Yeah. I've been mad, but now I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I see my path to victory.
Oh, yeah.
My path to victory is getting these boys. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Your path to victory was them realizing they fucked up.
Damn right.
Oh, yeah.
They knew because they're like, oh, they're over there in the car lot. They're like 100 feet away on the phone with their supervisor. Like, they know they fucked up.
Yeah.
But they're telling their supervisor like everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, long story short, they were dragging that call because they wouldn't let me go over there and ask for their numbers. They're like, you gonna have to wait until they come back, and then you could get all the information.
Yeah.
So I sat there, my happy ass waited for 30 minutes. I recorded it. I have it on my other phone, and I took pictures of the car. I got their badge numbers, all that. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get y'all motherfuckers. Like I'm gonna get my
Yeah.
get backs.
Yeah.
Cause ain't no way you just did this to me.
You gonna run off on me on that note?
Yeah,
No.
and you trying to just let me leave. Like,
Yeah. They didn't read you no rights. They didn't tell you. They just
They
Yeah.
didn't tell you what they thought happened. Like they didn't tell you anything.
They did when I asked them, like, why did y'all even pull me over? They're like, ooh, you were speeding. You were going like 15 over. It's no way in rush hour.
You
traffic.
yeah,
can't
not
do
in
that
Market
in
Street in
Wilmington.
Wilmington. No,
If
you're not.
If
can't
you know,
do
then
that.
you know, brother. It's 2 lanes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
you
it ain't
not-
happening.
There's
No.
nothing you could do.
Yeah.
You can't speed.
And they're like, you were going 15 over. I'm like, okay. Do y'all even have a radar on your car?
yeah.
Right.
No.
No, because they were undercover. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't have radars.
They weren't just undercover, brother. They were undercover narcotics unit.
Yeah.
So
They
I'm,
see, they don't even have cameras.
brother, no, brother. So I'm like, man, who do y'all think I am? And obviously, they ain't gonna tell me that. But,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just knew it wasn't right. They was trying to just get me out of there.
Oh yeah.
So boom, I'm rambling, but I go home. I start calling lawyers like the next week. Ain't no damn lawyer taking my case around here. They're like, you got a case, but we ain't gonna take it because we work with these boys all the time. Like,
See, that's
Right.
the corruption in the police department.
damn right,
Yeah.
damn right.
And that's everywhere in the world,
That's
man.
in the
everywhere.
whole system, brother.
Yeah.
Brunswick County, you're bad for it too. Just letting you guys know.
Oh, man.
Figured y'all already knew that though.
Them boys gonna come back for me, man. Chill out. But,
See, that was New Hanover. You good?
You good? You
right,
good?
you right.
Yeah,
See,
it's
Brunswick
good.
County, a different story.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
damn right. But
We ain't even gonna talk about that.
But yeah, no lawyer around here is taking my case. They're all saying like, you got a case, but we ain't gonna take
We
it.
go take because we work with them. That's the thing. That's the corruption right there. Is you work with them. We work with them. We can't take your case because we're locked in. Like It's just nothing.
They're homies, man. That's the homie.
On God, like,
That's the
when,
homie.
when you think about it, that's damn near their coworkers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
Like,
is,
They,
yeah.
they seeing them boys every day in the courthouse.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm
can't
saying?
go up to trial and defend them. Yeah,
Especially some
I
shit
go
that's
against
gonna,
them.
that's
Sorry.
gonna get them.
Yeah.
Like some real.
Because like that, like if you know they weren't taking it, they know this is not a
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they know they're gonna win the case. Like this
Yeah,
is not a win for them though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because bro, at the end of the day, it's a small town.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So like everybody knows everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and they're like, you need to go get a lawyer in Raleigh, blah 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 blah. And I ain't gonna lie, brother. When I heard that, I just got unmotivated. I know I wasn't disciplined in that moment.
Yeah.
I had let the unmotivation take over. I was like, man, fuck this. Like I'm tired of telling this story over and over and getting told the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long story short, brother, them boys got off on me. I ain't pursue it no more.
Future millionaire. Sorry, man. You gonna make $1 million some other way.
Exactly,
Yeah.
brother.
Don't worry, brother. They got it coming back to them. Laws of
Yeah.
the universe.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah,
Laws
Damn,
of the
universe.
Like, God never fails.
Oh,
God
yeah.
never fails,
God never
brother.
fails,
They gonna get.
What you put into this world?
You damn sure gonna get
Hey,
Mm.
watch it be fat. Said that. Get back a motherfucker.
Right, damn right.
That's that get back.
But yeah. So I didn't pursue it no more. And everybody I talked to, they're always like, "Man, you tripping, E? You tripping? You could be up 200,000, 300,000, 400,000."
Yeah, that's
like-
that's a case, man.
I'm
That's
like,
a
I ain't
big
gonna
case.
lie, you probably right. But let's say I made 400,000, right?
Mm.
Man, I'd be the sorriest 400,000aire ever. Like I would hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because me as a man, like I will admit I'm not perfect. I got a little bit of pride. I
Yeah.
would take no pride in having that money from that outcome, from that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I want to get my shit out the mud. Like I want to earn my shit. Like, and I will.
That's a respect.
Amen,
to
brother.
look at,
Amen.
yeah.
Amen.
Me personally though, I'm taking that case. I'm taking that case to Raleigh, big
Personally,
dog.
Brunswick County. If you guys want to try anything on me,
Please do it.
I would love to sue you guys. That'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
beautiful.
Y'all know where
I'm
we
gonna try to
at.
take as much money as I
Pen
possibly
location.
can out of y'all, and we're
Yeah, I
gonna
ain't gonna
defund you
lie.
guys. So
Hey, y'all boys ever do it again? Just know I ain't gonna fuck up this time. I'm gonna follow through.
We gonna go through.
Yeah.
We gonna be everywhere. Just look for us.
yeah. See,
Red
Brun-
Mustang, white
Brunswick
truck.
County, they got too many cases on them right now that they need
gotta
to worry
slow
about.
down.
They can't.
Yeah,
They
they
can't even
can't
afford
even-
to fuck up again.
Oh, they can't.
They
man.
can't even afford to fuck up again.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That really is crazy.
Yeah, I could be up some money, man.
You
But
really could.
Hey, brother.
I'm still gonna.
That's
be up.
respect, though,
We gonna
man.
get
I
it.
feel like going through lawyers like you did, because I mean, I'm assuming you tried like day after day, and you know, I'm sure after that altercation, you were still like on edge, like, dang,
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. I remember.
having a gun pointed at you can't be fun.
Yeah, nah,
No.
it's not the first time. Hopefully it's the last time though.
Amen.
But,
Appreciate it, Todd.
I remember, man, I was in the gym like a week later, and I saw like 2 cops pull in the parking lot. And I just remember thinking, like, man, these motherfuckers found me. Like, what is it now, man? What, man? What?
What do y'all want from me?
Man, them boys was just taking a break. But like Will was saying, bro, you just like on edge. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that don't happen to everybody, man. That's
bro, like the other day, right? I'm driving. It was my off day. I'm going to get some. What I get? I think I got some cookout, bro. I got some cookout.
Yeah.
I'm on the way to
Shit.
get some cookout, and I get pulled over. Yeah, I get pulled over, right? And I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm just a civilian these days.
right.
But still, bro, I see that cop come out the car, and them nerves just go to hit.
Just a
me.
flashback. I'm like,
Mm.
Oh God.
I already knew what I've
You
been
gotta
through.
stay composed and shit. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, I pulled you over. I'm like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, you ain't got a seatbelt on.
Mm.
So I look down. I'm like, oh damn, you got me. Like, you got me.
Damn,
me.
I don't do I?
Damn
Oh
right.
shit.
But he's like, you got license registration? Yeah. Man, I gave my license. On God, I'm in the glove box looking for my registration for like 3 minutes. I just couldn't find it, bitch, because I just couldn't. I wasn't locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, I got a ticket for that, $180. Shit, crazy.
For no seatbelt,
No
it's
seatbelt,
wild.
brother.
That
God.
hurts, man.
I'm
100.
such
Boy, they could have got me for bands on my
That's
head.
what I'm saying.
I'm
You still,
bad
you
for
still
it,
wear your
man.
seatbelt now, or
Brother,
no?
I'm a thug.
I'm a
brother.
Tupac taught me, bro.
Type
Tupac.
shit.
You gonna be a thug when you fucking flying out that window. Now, I wish you nothing upon
Man,
you,
come on,
but you gotta
bro.
be careful. Knock on wood, bro. Yeah,
But,
nah. Dang, $180. That's crazy.
180. Made it yesterday though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little dice session.
Yeah.
Dice
Yeah.
session, you know.
How was that for your
Shout
first
out to them
time?
Dice Boys.
Yeah, nah, my first time rolling dice with the homies, man. You know, me and Big Skirn and Mo, we came up big on y'all, man.
Skirty
Y'all already
Mo,
know
my
Skirty Mo.
God.
Big Skirn, man.
Big Skirn. Shout out to Skirn, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you coming out, man. I really do.
appreciate
I appreciate you sitting down with us and just chopping it up, speaking about life, and
Sure, brother.
maybe in the future we'll have some more endeavors together that we can,
God
cook
willing.
something up. Yeah, if God allows it, that's right.
Yes, sir.
We can
brother.
cook something up. Is there anything else you want to ask him? Any more questions? I think you're a great dude, man.
Brother,
I think,
I've enjoyed having you.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed
brother.
hearing your stories,
Yes,
and
sir.
I already know there's gonna be plenty more to tell.
Yeah, Lord knows I could go on for days and days, but I can't take too much of y'all time. You guys are busy young men. You know what I'm saying? Get into it.
shout out to every young person in this world that is trying to do something productive. You guys got this. You're not alone. We're not alone. He's not alone. And just because you were put in a situation doesn't mean you got to stay in that situation, right? If your life is not good now, you can improve it. At the end of the day, no one in this world is going to tell you how you need to live your life but yourself.
Damn
It
right.
don't matter if you ain't got it doesn't matter what you got going on in your life. If you got faith and you can believe, you can do it. Now, it's not easy. You can't change your life, like you said, just like that, right?
takes time. It
takes
takes work
time
and
and
dedication.
weeks, months, years, right? Some people might get lucky. Everybody's so caught up on social media, and that's what really gets me going, man.
just
It's
wanna
like,
throw this shit sometimes.
yeah, man. I mean, phones are a trap. If you really think about it, phones are a trap.
I need a
Endlessly
flip phone. I gotta get me a
scrolling,
flip phone.
all we do, bro, is look at other people live their lives.
You know what? You know what we are, bro? We're a generation of consumers, brother.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are.
And that's what the people in power, they want that.
Yeah.
Man, that's a whole nother topic, man. But
That
yeah,
is.
we're slowly turning into robots.
It's
day
a
by
it's
day.
a reason it is how it is today.
Yeah.
We're all
It's-
brainwashed to believe certain things. And when you, like I said, when I first came out here, I took that step back and decided to learn how things really work and how people want us to be. People don't want us to be the strong, independent-minded people that we're supposed to be.
I say this all the time, bro, where I say everyone wants to see you do good, but no one ever wants to see you do better than them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as real as that is, I'm such a good person, but it's so true, man. Everybody wants everybody to do good, bro. But we as human beings are literally we always want to be the best, man. We really do,
Yeah.
and it sucks, It's a battle to learn these things, I wish everybody could sit down and see things for how it really is at face value. Everybody's so caught up in trying to impress somebody else and trying to be better than somebody else. Where at the end of the day, man, the most important thing about a race is beating your time, right?
Yeah.
Everybody want to win, but the guy that's winning, what is he focused on? Being better.
He's
And that's
focused on
the
being
end
better.
goal. Yeah, that's the end goal, is to be better every day.
Every day.
Perfection does not exist. Perfection is not a real thing.
No, not
but
at
being
all.
better every day is. And sometimes what you have to really sit down and analyze is, as long as you were better than you were yesterday and you're trying to be better than you were yesterday, that's all that matters.
doing it right.
That's the first step to breaking out of this cycle.
Damn right, brother.
Is you got to realize, you got to have, accountability for where your flaws at, where your insecurities lie, and what you're not good at. You got to understand that you are not everything you pan yourself to be, right? We
Yeah.
all have mistakes. We all go through things. We all have
Absolutely.
imperfections, man, but you got to find the beauty in it. You got to sit down, understand that you don't know everything. Some of the biggest
You gotta really analyze. You gotta really analyze everything.
Yes, man. Some of the biggest issues with everybody nowadays is everybody thinks they know everything, right?
Yeah,
no one
that's-
likes taking orders, and naturally, I think that's understandable, right? Because
We all got pride, brother.
Yeah.
Nobody. The hardest thing for a man to do sometimes is admit that he's wrong,
Right.
Or admit that he's got a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying? But like you were saying, we all got shit to learn.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody perfect.
Nobody.
But the people that make it, the people that make the progress become successful, are the ones that are willing to absorb the knowledge
yeah,
from people more knowledgeable.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bro, I say this all the time. If I'm the best in the room, I
don't wanna
want to
be there.
Room.
yeah,
Because I need to learn from other people. We were talking about earlier about friends and stuff like that, and how everybody has an angle. Yes, everybody does have an angle, and I'm all for having just cool homies. But at the end of the day, I'm at the point in my life now where if you don't benefit me and if I don't benefit you, it's no point in
there's no point in having
not
a
at all.
we
relationship.
are grown men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that childish
High school drama,
Yes, bro.
just
That-
living life.
It's
It's a lot of people that used to be in my life that you don't see in my life no more.
Damn
It's
right.
because I wanted to be a better person. You see who I'm around.
Damn right. Like you show me a way to get some money, I'll show you some shit about the world, or I'll help you out with the gym. You know what I'm saying? We benefit each other.
Yeah.
No relationship in in any kind of relationship is 100% equal.
Yeah.
There's always one person that's gonna benefit more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But that's okay as long as that other person is still
benefiting you.
yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Like,
Bringing something to the table.
genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some genuine shit.
Oh
you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. And that's the biggest way to look at it, man. I think one of the most important things that, like, I've learned, cause you know, me and Todd don't talk about it a lot, bro. But we, you know, just kind of like you went through a little phase, bro. We went through a lot too, man. Man, for being so young and realizing like we don't know, like, you know, growing up, man, we didn't know everything. I didn't know everything.
Nobody does.
Yeah, no one does. But at a point in your life, you think you do. You know, you think you
Yeah,
know,
brother.
you think you know what time's gonna be. You think you understand how things are gonna pan out,
think you're on top of the
and
world.
life just hits you, man. It boom.
That bit damn sure hit me. Damn sure hit
It
me.
hits you awake, man. But I think one of the smartest calculated decisions I've made in my life is sitting down and bringing people together, and these are people that have the same values as me. I think if you can find, I'm not saying success can't be reached alone. I think if you go after it by yourself, it is doable.
Mhm.
Is it a harder road to go on? Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
brother.
even people that you see nowadays online and stuff, some of the people that pop off or go crazy fast, they always got people to help them, right?
Absolutely.
And so my biggest thing that I've learned is if you understand that God created all of us together, right? We are so social. Like human beings are meant to be social. You know, I heard one of the I think there's like an experiment they did where it was like they kept somebody isolated from people for like a month.
That sounds brutal.
Yeah, like that
That's
to me,
hard.
that's insane.
That's
Could you
hard.
imagine just you and you, right? Kind of like you said when you got back, you change your environment, you go by yourself. It's really you and you in that moment. But imagine like no communication, no one to talk to.
You're
and
going to
you
be a
just-
completely different person.
yeah, man.
at
Like
the end
that,
of
I think that would drive you insane. That would
Oh, it
drive you
absolutely
insane.
would. You would not come out the same person. At
Because
all.
yeah, there's no
Yeah, sure.
dopamine. There's no, you got to think about how much dopamine our brain gets when we're interacting with other people and we're
Yeah.
just sitting down talking. Even if it's just we just chatting stuff, right? We just
Yeah.
shooting shit and stuff.
We all want companionship. We all want reassurance. We all want socialization. Bro, like I was saying earlier, bro, we're all very similar. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like at the end of the day, we're humans. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like we all got feelings. Nobody want to be alone.
No,
no one
no.
wants to feel like shit. by
Yeah.
themselves, you know what I'm saying?
And if you are alone, the biggest thing you can do is go out and talk to people, man. If you think the people around you aren't the people you need to be around, go out there and meet new people.
Don't be scared to fail.
Yes,
Uh,
failure is the path to success.
Do not be scared.
You can't succeed without failing.
Yeah,
Damn right.
Can't.
Shooters miss 100% of the shots.
They don't take.
Failing,
You
failing
understand?
means you tried.
yeah,
Damn right.
and that's
Failing
all that
means you
matters.
tried.
No one and never be scared to admit you don't know something. That is the biggest lesson I've learned. I've learned it, like I've learned to lose a lot of the pride or thinking that I know stuff and being like, hey, I don't know how to do this. Teach me. Or hey, I don't understand
And
this. You know?
The thing is though, brother, is everybody has those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, bro, I say this quote all the time. It's the most cheesy quote you could ever come up with.
Mm-hmm.
But life is all about perspective. You know what I'm saying? So if you just learn to change the way you look at things and always look at the positive, like that makes all the difference in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like that glass don't gotta be half empty. That shit
Nah.
damn sure could just be half
Half
full.
full,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And bro, just those little mind tricks that you play with yourself is powerful, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's all about your outlook and what you want. And
Yeah.
people can be sad, people can be depressed, but it's like if you refuse to accept that as your reality, it's not gonna happen to
That's
you.
right.
You understand? Like
Yeah.
like with me, for example, I say I don't believe I can get depressed. I don't believe in that. This day, so times when I'm sad, man, that ain't depression. I just need to get off my ass and go earn my happiness. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I don't accept being sad.
Yeah.
You will fuck around and mope in that shit for a couple months, a couple days, and where that's gonna get you? It ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's a cruel world, and like Will says all the time, like time's gonna keep moving forward with or without you.
Absolutely.
You better get right before you get left. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
People,
And
And
people
it's-
die every day, and it's just still a normal
the
day every
real.
day for
Yeah.
yes, man.
other people.
Like I might lose someone. I'll be sad for a week. Y'all might be sad for me. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
if you don't know me, motherfucker, you living your best life. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
ain't- you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we are just. We're all nobodies, brother.
Yeah.
Even the people that are somebody, they're all just people making this shit go around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all for the bigger picture. Like
It's interesting to see how the world works, man. You
Yes,
look at,
man.
I always talk about it where I'm like, man, think about like how different third world countries are, like how
Oh.
every different country is so different from here. But
And
think
you
about
kind
how
of experienced that a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
like just going to visit. Like,
yeah,
that's cool.
Mexico and going out to see other cities around not North Carolina. I'm sorry, in the United States. Yeah, going out of the country and stuff. But yeah, man, it's different because it's like, you know, going out there, like especially where my mom's from, man. When I went out there for the first time, man, I stepped foot out there. I really realized like,
Whole different world.
yeah, man, this
Yeah,
is
right.
like
Whole different world.
there's no rules. And mind you, she's not in like nothing compared to this, right? Even where her hometown has grown from what it was, but
Yeah.
it's like what it is now, man. Like it's man out there, it is literally survival, and it's wanting a little bit more of an easier life, right? Like instead of coming home and not having cold water, you got you can figure something out to make it a little warmer, man. Like it's just
Yeah.
like stuff like that, man. Where I'm just like, we take life for granted, man. We really do.
Oh, absolutely.
And I really see
Absolutely.
why people like immigrate to the States because it like I realize like how unfair it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're so blessed and we're so lucky to just be here.
Yeah.
We don't understand it. That's why sometimes, like you said, it's all about perspective, man. Man, when we're working on this house, like as we're working, we always like, is it worth it? I'm like, yeah, it's always worth it, man.
damn sure
And
worth
It's like
it's
Todd asked
like
me today. He was like, "Hey, you still think it's worth it?" I was like, absolutely.
It's
It,
worth
it might not
Absolutely.
feel like it's worth it in the moment.
But
When that job is finished,
oh yeah, dude, that's what
why
we've been
you
talking. We were
just keep
talking about that
working for
today.
it.
We were like, man, I
That's-
can't wait till that day we come in here and it's done, and we're like,
it
dude,
fully
we did
furnished,
this. Yeah,
walls up,
You know,
everything.
It
I'm-
really-
I'm happy for y'all boys, man, because y'all are young doing shit the right way. That, bro, that's why I get along with y'all so much, and that's why we clicked. Is because I see myself and the visions that me and the homies had in y'all. Y'all just fucked around and actually executed it.
Executed
like
that plan.
he said, man. If you fail, that means you tried.
right.
We didn't try, so by that like we failed by not trying.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
truly
straight
failed.
failure.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like y'all are doing shit the right way. Like go out swinging, bro. Go out swinging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
It's like I used to tell E. For a while, and mind you, like in the last 2 years, I've changed a lot. Like I think 2 years ago, the person I was, it's kind of like you said, man. We all go through trials and tribulations, but my mindset has completely shifted. And I say it a lot now, where I sit down and I'm like, man, honestly, it is 100% what 50 Cent said. He
Yeah.
said, "Get rich or die trying,"
Damn right.
and that's my goal. If I'm not, before I leave this world, if I'm not where I want to be, now that's not the path to success for everybody. But me personally, I feel like that's the journey I'm gonna go through.
you know, some people don't find happiness in that. You
And
know
that's
what I'm saying?
fine, yeah.
But God blessed us to have that vision. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Some people aren't. That's not their vision.
Some
That's not-
people, all they want is love and a family, because some people ain't have that.
Some people want that comfort.
Yeah, some people want comfortability.
I don't thrive in being comfortable no more.
Yeah.
Believe me, because I was there. I've been comfortable. But
Mm-hmm.
I thrive in working my mind, wanting more, like figuring shit out. Like, yeah, bro. Like, I don't want to be just an average Joe. I've always wanted more for myself.
Oh yeah.
It's just about finding that path, coming
Yeah.
up with the plan to get there.
And the journey's beautiful, man, because
It really
it's like I
is.
said, at one point in time, we always think we know what we're doing in life, and we think we know exactly how life is going to go. But, man, 2 years from now, none of us are going to know exactly where we stand at.
Shit.
Because with how different we are from the past 2 years from what
Yeah,
we were
man.
2 years ago, bro, we were, just bullshitting around? Just doing
Yeah,
whatever?
trying to
we were
figure
just
things out.
Trying to figure things out. We got the vision. We
Yeah.
stuck to it,
We just
and we did it.
It's humbling,
Yeah, we
man.
just-
It's humbling
we
to know that it's doable. You know, I think the biggest thing my mom has taught me is to just work in silence.
Yeah.
Be alone. Like
Damn
sit
right.
down, work in silence. Because sometimes, man, that's what really teaches you. Like, you know, like now I sit down and I realize while we do things, like I realize other people. I'm like, man, like this guy, he knows a couple things. You know, like people look at you differently. They sit down like, man, it's so good to see you. Like, They're like, you guys are doing some stuff, and people don't understand. You know, because some people don't have that vision, bro. People don't have. Somebody said it one time where it's like, if you can't envision it, you're never gonna get anywhere else.
Yeah.
100%. And it's like I was saying, I've always known what I wanted, but I haven't always had that specific vision.
Right.
So if there's anybody out there that like you want more, but you don't really know how to get there, just stay productive, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it's the gym, whether it's like just going for a run, trying to eat better.
Discipline.
Stay disciplined and keep some structure around your life, because it ain't gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then one day you talk to the right person, they might put you onto a plan, or you might that shit just might just tick one day. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just smoking weed, like drinking all the time, letting your life go to waste, you're never gonna come to that.
That,
Right.
Those are the wasteful
And,
moments.
and this is for the people that really want to thrive and do stuff. Because I feel like everybody wants to thrive, but not everybody wants to. Like we know exactly kind of where we want to be at, you know. And sometimes I think the hardest step of getting out of darkness is taking that first step into the light.
Yeah.
Right?
The hardest part is always showing up, brother.
Yeah,
That's
that's
always the
true.
hardest
Yeah,
part,
that is so true too. Yeah.
And as men, especially, of course there's some women out there with the same thing, but
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to the females.
Shout out to
Amen.
the hardworking women.
Damn
Amen.
right. But it's in our DNA to conquer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe not conquer the world, but you want to conquer yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I want to conquer the world. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I think me and you have had a couple of those
Yeah, we damn
conversations.
sure
So,
have.
like,
We
well,
damn sure
man,
have.
we've had a couple like we got to be humble, bro. We're like, man, if I ran this world, it'd be different. But
All
I feel
gotta
like
say,
everybody thinks
if
about.
I ran this motherfucking world, shit, we'd be having a good time.
Everybody would be happy. I promise you, bro.
It'd be a good everybody would get the hell along.
Yes, man. That's
Don't nobody want to get along no more.
Damn right. But to the point I was making is we all want to conquer, bro. We all just got different visions and different journeys to get there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And everybody's
The
at
angle.
different levels. Like I
The
might
angle.
want this. Will might want a little bit more than that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because we still want greatness. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And if I can benefit him, he can benefit me, bro. Let's be
so
great.
be it. Yeah,
Let's be
exactly.
great.
Let's be great, man.
Let's be great
Teach me
together.
something.
It's like-
You teach me something. I teach you something.
Yeah,
Right.
the foundation is the most important part, and
Yes.
people in your life are like the second most important part. It's like we said in the introduction. Money is everything, but money is a tool, and money is nothing if you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
That's why I realized why some people go broke. Why some people, like for example, people hit the lottery, why they lose money, because money really is a tool. If you don't know how to make more of it, it's like you said that one time, man, where you were like, man, one day I was down bad, struggling, trying to save up some money, and I was sitting here saving, and my homie came up to me, he was like, man, just go make it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Damn
man,
right.
when you said that, man, I was
Yeah.
like, that's so real, because that's how I am. Like, man, the other day with the drama and nonsense we got going on, I was like, bro, I could tell like how much my brain is shifted and how my perspective is shifted. Because I sat down with these boys. I'm like, all right, bro. I was like, how are we going to do this in 2 years? It didn't go to how can we escape. It didn't go to how can we avoid. It went to, man, how can we get this
do
plan
this
done now? Yeah, like let's get this out the way now, man. Because I'm like, bro, like it's all about how you look at things. Like people are so scared to just
Brother,
believe.
It's all about that perspective.
Yes,
Like,
man.
It's corny, but it's all about perspective.
It really
All about-
is.
We could easily just take what we got and go just live life and have fun and just bullshit around for
Yeah.
the next 2 years, 5 years. Like we could just go bullshit.
I,
But instead, it's about buckling down and
yes,
focusing.
brother. I was telling the girl this the other day, man. Like,
Shout out to her.
whatever.
Shout out to the girl. Man. Shout out. To
But man, cause she wanted to go have fun, like go downtown, whatever. I'm like,
Right.
man, like I'm not getting no younger. I want to go earn my fun. Like I'm in my prime right now when it comes to not being tired,
Right.
being able to like stay sharp.
Amen.
Like, I'm 23 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I got a couple more years. Like I got till I'm 30 to enjoy this hard work and time. And when I'm 30, start having a family, raise that family. Like I want to work my ass off in my 20s and 30s so I can have fun in my 40s and 50s. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Oh yeah.
if you just keep your chin down and just work for the next 10 years,
Mm.
you can enjoy the rest of your life, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
It's true.
And that's where majority of people get it messed up.
Because
Oh,
they
yeah.
want to have fun.
Because then
in
they
their
get to
20s.
that point, and then they get to that point in life where we're like, well, it's too late.
Yeah,
and I think
damn
that,
right,
yeah,
brother.
and I
It's
think
too
the
late.
problem with a lot of people is they think it's like full monk mode when people say that. And don't get me wrong, you do have to be chin down, but I think
It's balance.
yeah, balance it,
Yeah,
man.
it's
You
balance.
can learn how to have fun. Like basically, the way this plan works, the way the grinding through your 20s is. Man, most of the days do something. Work to improve, right? When you're building Legos, what do? You add pieces to finish the structure.
Right.
Now, you don't got to finish it today, but keep adding to it until it's done. That's all you got to
Tomorrow
do.
You come
Man,
add
we
15 more pieces.
yeah, man, it's like it's like Todd likes to joke around. Man, I'll take vacations every year. I go out bro, think about it. If you look at how many days we have in a year, I take out maybe 15 to 20 of those days to enjoy myself.
Bro, because like I said, it's all about balance. And, bro, if something like a little vacation will keep your mind at ease, bro, like you gotta respect your mind. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
respect your mental. Because if you just treat that like it's garbage, your whole life will feel like garbage. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? Like your mind is everything. Your mind is probably the second most powerful tool within your body. You know what I'm saying? The first being your tongue.
I was about to say that, the tongue, brother.
The first being your tongue. Like I say shit's gonna work out a certain way in my life.
Oh yeah.
I speak it into existence. And like with that depression, I refuse to accept anything less. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I say I say I'm gonna have 10 kids and I'm gonna be a millionaire and I'll be able to support them because I'm speaking that into existence.
Shout out to the 10 kids.
Do I need 10 kids? No.
Absolutely
But I'm
not.
saying I will have 10 kids, so this way I get to the point where I could support them. You understand?
Yeah,
It's just my little mind games. Like, my dad gets on me all the time, like, because I'm always like, I remember before I got this job on the island, I was going to apply to be a mailman. Like, just some random shit. I thought it would be cool, right?
Right.
And I'm like, Dad, I'm going to apply and be a mailman. He's like, man, son, like, it ain't easy to be a mailman. Like, you have to be in the factory for a couple years or something. I said, no, Dad, I'm going to be a mailman. He's like, man, you're so ignorant, blah, 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 blah. And I told him, I'm like, Dad, this is just how my brain works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned over time. I wasn't always like this, but through the time when I came out here and learned about myself and what works for me and what helps me, I say what's going to happen. I say what I want to happen, and I don't accept anything less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I will be a great man. I will be able to achieve all these goals. I'll be able to provide for my family.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm anything less, I won't be. Like, I won't be anything less.
That's right.
I was going to say if I was, but I won't be.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
Amen. That's how you gotta look at it.
Damn
The
right.
tongue is powerful, brother.
Damn right. It's
The
most
same
powerful tool.
in the Bible. It says the tongue can be used to bless others and curse others. You
Damn
know,
right.
and the tongue, just like the brain, like you said, the most powerful things because it's all about how you look at things. It's even the nonsense comments you make when you just chatting it up. If you in the beginning, it's all about energy because in the beginning you might start thinking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do this, and it just depends, man. Because a lot of people, for example, like people joke around a lot about a lot of things, the way they say it, and eventually those thoughts do seep in. You know, if you keep continuance of using that same idea, and it's a negative idea, you're allowing that to come into your life.
Yeah.
You're allowing that to take over
100%.
part of your mind, man.
Yeah, no, you can't allow that negative stuff because it'll take over, bro. Like, people play around way too much with their words, not realizing that you're speaking things into existence.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's like Will was saying. We all fuck around and make jokes and shit like that. We all might slip up and just say some bullshit like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But bro, if you say that, you're allowing that thought to enter your mind and you're subconsciously considering that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even though you're playing with it, like, you're allowing your mind to accept that.
Because your
You don't
brain doesn't know
realize
any
it.
difference.
Yes.
Yeah, it really
you're
is.
allowing your brain to accept that reality.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna allow my shit to accept that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And for everybody I love and care, like, you shouldn't neither. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
For everybody out there, go be great. Go do what you want to do. Conquer the world. You're not here forever. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. So if you don't wake up tomorrow trying to do something what you want to do, don't worry about what your mom, what your dad, what your friends say. Do what you want to do. And if it's not the right approach, just do it. Learn from it. Now, this doesn't apply to some of the extreme stuff, but in everything you do in life, if you want to improve, go for it. Try it. If you want to go open up that store, try it, man. If you fail, you learned, you succeeded, you still won. Because people out there, they say the saddest place in this universe, the saddest place in this world is the graveyard. Because in that graveyard lies ideas, dreams, and hope that was never accomplished and never done. And if you want to be another person in that graveyard saying, I didn't do it, like people don't know your greatness. Go be great. Go show them who you are. Go show them what you're meant to be.
All of my regrets in life are things that I didn't do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't regret anything that I tried and failed. I regret the things that I was too scared to try.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just a damn shame. Because who knows? All the things that I could have. Listen, everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But things can work out. You just can't be scared to fail.
That's right.
Exactly.
You gotta go all in, bro.
Exactly.
You got to. That halfway in, halfway out, that don't work for anything in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you bout it or you not. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right. Yeah. You got to be
right.
100% committed.
That's why, like, coming from where I come from, my past, that's the reason I was successful with that shit. It's because I wasn't in and out. I was all in, and I did everything I could to be the best at that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to do with anything in life. Whether, bro, if you're, my dad taught me this too. If you're a janitor, be the best janitor. You know what I'm saying? Like really do that shit. Like, take pride in what you do and do it the right way. You know, just anything, bro. Like,
That's right.
Anything, like with the gym and shit like that.
Master an art, man.
Yeah, bro. I've made progress over 2 years, a lot of progress, and that's because I really do that shit. I'm not in there I'm not going through the motions. I'm in there to get better.
I'm not in
do
here
my best.
for the reason everybody else is. Like,
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. And that's why I relate to
I'm in here for
people
my
like that.
reason.
Yeah, like people, bro, everybody around me now is on the same type of wave that I'm on. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
And I'm grateful for it. You know what I'm saying?
God bless.
That is, man. It's a marathon. Learn to pace yourself. It's not a race.
Yeah.
And life will fall into place. Right?
One man could run his hardest to get to the end of the race, but he might just fall out.
He might just
Yeah,
trip
you
and
back
fall.
there pacing yourself, you gonna pass?
And you always gotta be the best person, man. You always gotta be on your on. You always gotta try to be great, like you said,
Yeah.
because with greatness comes opportunity,
Yeah.
and with attempts does come success.
And what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. You know, everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about mastering your own mind to learn the things that do work for you.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Like when I say all the things that I say, how I manifest them, it might not work for everybody, but that's what I learned works for me and keeps me happy. Yes, do I set some crazy high expectations for myself? Absolutely, but I feel like everybody should. You know what I'm saying? And let's be real. I know everything that I want isn't gonna come to fruition, but like, bro, it's all a full circle. As long as I try and really give it my all, I'll be happy. You
That's
know?
right.
Absolutely.
I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect, brother. I can't have it all, but I'm gonna do my fucking best.
That's right,
Yeah.
brother.
Amen, brother.
God
Amen.
bless. Thank
Amen.
you. Shout out to the Florida, man. Florida brought a good Florida boy back home.
Shout out to
us.
Florida, bro.
Shout out to
Gave us a
Florida.
good one.
Hey, Florida boy.
Shout out to 727, man. Sko, baby.
727.
You know how we coming, man. You know how we coming. Yes, sir.
I think that was a good one, man.
Hey, man.
No, that's great.
I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Hopefully we can get some more done, because Lord knows I can go on for hours with y'all boys.
And we will.
But
Shout out to the pod.
yeah, shout out to the pod, man.
Shout
Break
out to
you
the
pod,
pod,
man.
Mhm.
Break you pod.
Break
Break
you.
you, break you.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yes, sir.